Hey, fam. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever it is, wherever you may be. It is my sincere wish, prayer, and hope that all is well with you and yours. I'm M.A. Truth. Thank you for tuning in. And boy, do we have a boatload of shit to talk about today. But we're not going to talk about all of that. It's too much. It's too much. Um, I was just a few moments ago listening to Occupy Democrats, and they were speaking about Miss Murkowski, great senator from Alaska, who caved and bowed the knee, or both knees, to the that piece of shit that they call the Great Beautiful Bill. It's big, nothing beautiful about it. It is a horrendous attack upon the American people, upon humanity as a whole. Uh, so she got some things that she needed for her constituents in the great state of Alaska. Cool, but you sold us out. You sold the rest of the country out. What I have yet to reconcile within my little mind is how is it that these individuals, these Congress people, uh, and the senators, both chambers, how is it these are elected officials, elected by the people of their states and the districts in their state? How is it that these people who supposedly come from those areas live amongst these people, and yet you can sell them out just like that? I don't understand. Where is your humanity? We have more in common than not. We can begin with the fact that we are all human beings, Homo sapien. We speak, we hear, we see, we taste, we feel. All living creatures on this in this universe has that. However, the human species is in our minds a step above because we communicate. Everything communicates in its own way. Bottom line is we are humans. Where is the humanity? How many of you know? And I think that's the majority of you. How many of you know that the land, the water, the air belongs to everybody? Did you know that? Did you know? Yet these people over here, those that landed on Plymouth Rock and Plymouth Rock landed on the rest of us, they make merchandise out of everything. If they can't find a way to sell it and get something back off of it, they discard it. You can do away with it. And that's the illusion of being what? Being rich? Because you own a bunch of shit? You don't own anything. You don't own anything. How is it they merchandise air? There are realtors, and I'm sure many of you probably watch HGTV, and there was a couple of shows where, um, out of New York in particular, is the one episode that I'm recalling right now, where they were selling these penthouses and these monstrosity new builds in New York. Okay. and people would go up and they would look around and they would see the cranes over on this side of the street or that side or a few blocks over, and they would say, "Well, what's that?" And the realtor said, "Well, they're building. Well, that's going to block my view of the Hudson River." Do you know that they actually have a thing where they can permit not blocking that person's view if they spend all the millions of dollars to get that penthouse? Block the view. You can buy space so that you can see from your crib down to the Hudson River, and can't nobody build nothing else that's going to block your view. What kind of shit is this, y'all? A number of years ago, there was a report with regards to a man on his property, and he had this makeshift water catcher catching rainwater. And the powers that be in his municipality fined him and said that he was taking water from the creek where the water ran down into the creek. And it's rainwater, it fall out the air. How am I taking anything from a creek? And besides that, this was his land. That man fought that thing for years. I have yet to follow up on that, honestly. It was a very, very long time ago. However, I remember that, man, catching rainwater. And here comes the locality, the locals, the municipals, or whatever you want to call them, going to fine him. The man had to go to court numerous times. I don't know if it was ever resolved. But these people brought charges against the man on his own land, collecting rainwater, y'all, rainwater. Who said that these people have the right to attach a tax to what is freely given? I don't understand it. Please excuse me, I belched. I don't understand that. This particular nation of states, we are all little individual countries. Indiana, Ohio, Michigan, you know, um, Pennsylvania, New York, Maryland, Vermont, North and South Carolina, Virginia, West Virginia, Texas, Florida, Nevada, Arkansas, Georgia, Alabama, Tennessee are states, individual states, little countries in and of themselves, who decided to join forces and become united, thus, the United States. And we know that these are little countries. We know that we're each little countries because you go from your state to another state, there's a different set of laws for that state. And if you are there, you are to abide by the laws of that state. Little countries have come together so that they could be stronger. And yet we have representatives of these little countries, these little states, that are ripping the foundation away, condemning the people of those states so that they can make merchandise out of what? There won't be anything left. I have a solution. I think it's a solution. Might not be one, but hear me out. We're already voting these motherfuckers in, right? Okay, so that's one thing. And we listen to them talk their shit, you know, and we base our decisions upon what they say. Some do the research to figure out if what they say is legit or not. Most of us don't. We rely on media. We rely on the news, such as it is. It's not like it used to be, and it was manipulated even back in the 50s and before that time. However, more so now because of you know the internet, because of we have all these apps and everything that we can find out whatever we want to find out in an instant. Thing of it is what we're finding out true. So you have to do your due diligence and dig a little deeper. With regards to those that are voted into office, in my mind, it is imperative that those of us who do vote for them make it impeccably clear, emphatically clear, that you, person who's being chosen by the people to represent them, do the will of the people. You don't do the will of the people, guess what? You don't get voted back in. Simple as that. And in addition to that, I would propose that there would be a movement regarding their salaries, how much money they make. Because see, you have to be reviewed, evaluated, just like we are on our little jobs. You know, you don't get to make all this money. We approve the money. They vote themselves raises. You know this, right? The health care that they receive at the people's expense. Now, they pay taxes too, for the most part, who are honest. They pay taxes. How much in taxes? How much are you actually declaring? The tax rate is it's not workable. It's not doable. Take it back to Eisenhower's day. People still made it, but the rich, those ultra wealthy folk, and they're wealthy off of the backs of we the people. So no, you don't get to skip paying taxes. You don't get all that because you didn't do anything to earn it. The people make your business work. Therefore, they should get a greater share of the wealth of that company, corporation. And a corporation is not a people. I don't know who thought that up. Oh yeah, it was Supreme Court, wasn't it? That's another issue. But right now, I just want to focus on the fact that in this country, there are those who have made their wealth off of the backs of the few. And they are constantly trying, stripping away from us that which is due, rightfully so, within the context of this system we live in. Do right, do right. Murkowski, you sold your people out. Oh, you got a few trinkets, but you didn't really do anything. You didn't think about your neighbors. We have more in common, everyday people. We have more in common than not. If you cut me, the blood is red. I put my slacks on one leg at a time. We have to be more mindful, folks, of each other and our commonality. Those who have their prejudices, everyone is entitled to their feelings. Everyone is entitled to their point of view. And I will stand 10 toes down for you to have whatever point of view you may have. But don't stop me from having mine. Don't tell me how to live my life. My life does not infringe upon yours. If anything, I'm putting out a hand to help, to assist. Let's help each other by joining together against the sickness called 47 and its henchmen. Let us raise our internal essence vibration up. I know I speak on it often, at least once during a video, but we have to do better, folks. We got to do better. The air, the water, the land does not belong to any one somebody somewhere or a group of somebody somewhere. It's not yours to give. It's not yours to take, even though you've taken it. And therefore, Mother Earth is letting you know. She's washing out a whole bunch of shit. She's cleansing. She's purifying herself. And for those of like mind and like spirit, we need to go within and tune up and tune in so that we can bring the house of madness down, right? So, anyway, I know that was a slight ramble. Forgive me. It's Tuesday. Do you want? Wait a minute. Got my bag. It's in here somewhere. There it is. Today is Tuesday. It is Throat Punch Tuesday. Punch me in the throat. To learn how to speak right. Have a good rest of your day. I think I might drop a couple of clips in here where we have some Sybil Harmony is one tarot reader. She has some predictions for the month of July. And then there's Grand Madame Tarot. She's got a little clip called Before and After. I'll put that in the description box in the bottom. Might be something you would be interested in. So again, may truth square up, y'all. We fight not only against flesh and blood, the spiritual wickedness in high places. Those are facts.